More speed, more damage, more. Eat. Fucking do it.
It seems to me.
Leveled up on syndicates, dude. Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I wanna finish this Galaxy Ripper project, or at least bring you the end results of it. So yeah, yesterday I dinked level 100 on the mbXtreme, which is the Galaxy Ripper, obviously. So the challenge was getting from level 1 to 100 as a magic finder and see how long it takes, what was my the average feeling, my thoughts about it, you know, that kind of stuff, because this is actually the first time I made level 100 in the normal way, okay? So I made level 100 last league, but this was with pure Breachstone, so you cannot really count that in, because it's a couple days Breachstones, you level 100, yay, congratulations. This one was purely with mapping, running Elder Tier 16 Burial Chambers. So before we go into any kind of detail, I'm probably sure that you guys are here for the end result on what we found, and afterwards I want to give you my idea about how everything worked together, what changes did I had to make, the general progression on it, and so on. So yeah, this is the big loot, let's say big loot, right? Because I still have thousands of jeweler orbs. It's just from yesterday, right? That I have to sell thousands of chaos, whatever I just found randomly, you know. So what I did, I was just writing down everything that's mentionable, okay? So in this, first of all, we're just gonna pick up this one here. This is the progression in terms of leveling, right? So on day 1, I made from level 1 to 93 in one go. Day 2, 93 to 97, then 97, 98, 80, and 98, 99. That was the first 4 days, right? And then it took actually 3 days to 100, but I want to explain a little bit more about that one. So I leveled up as a Winter Orb character, which is, not the usual thing, but I mean, it's probably one of the fastest things to do nowadays to level up, and took roughly 4 hours to hit that mark. And after hitting level 72, because all my gems that I'm wearing are level 2120, right? So they require level 72 to equip, right? That's why I said I'm going to stick with Winter Orb until 72. But since mapping, since Kitava is down, I was running Double Beyond with Headhunter in level 65 or something. So I died quite often, but I peaked at 1.6 billion experience per hour. So that's why I could manage to get so much experience going from 72 to 90. It took roughly maybe 2 hours, 3 hours from 72 to 90. It was insane, right? Or at least even less, because then we pushed up to 93 at the end. So it was insane experience. So day 2 was just random farming burial chambers, or at least in the start I had a couple of Elder Toxic Sewers, Elder Underground Sea. So what I did was I was reshaping my atlas, right? I was just removing the Guardian maps, and I was used to having Elder Underground Seas for my farming strategy, right? Because there's only white sextants around, so it's cheap to sustain. Then I was switching to Toxic Sewer because I was playing some Cyclone in the earlier stages. So I had a lot of Elder Toxic Sewers and Underground Seas laying around, right? So then I switched to the Burial Chambers. I made this one Elder, right? And I under-eldered the other ones. So what I did was just basically farming all the Underground and Toxic Sewers that I had on my stash to drop burial chambers to have a good amount of maps to sustain at the start, right? So then I was running probably 100 of combined Elder Toxic Sewers and Underground Seas, and then I had somewhere about 80, 90 Elder Burial Chambers, which was the core where I was starting to farm, right? So if we finish this one, it was just farming. On day 5, when I actually was level 99, I had a stream going on hey, maybe today level 100. But the thing was, I used, on this stage here, I played with 2 inspired learnings, or at least until day 2. Then I was hey, wait a second, we can actually respec a couple of points and take this inspired learning as well. So you take like Revelry, Vigor, and Cloth and Chain with Golem Splund and Jewel Slot. So this counts as an inspired learning cluster as well, same as this and this here. But in the end, I was like so squishy. I made a really good experience until like 99, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. We're just gonna stay like this. On day 5, I died 7 times. I think 6 or 7 times from 99 to 100. So if you're 99 and you die, it's a shitload of maps you gotta run to get the 10% back. So it really starts to hurt. And I did like more than a 10-hour stream on day 5, and in the end, I had 22%. So that was really stupid. Like the 6 times that I died, I think like 5 times was the full 10% experience, and then like 1 or 2 times it was somewhere between 1 and 10%. So I lost more than half a level on the road to 100 just by stupid mistakes, mysterious barrels that exploded, assassinations from betrayal mobs and so on. So that was super stupid. So on day 6, I decided to skip this inspired learning cluster, only playing with 2 now. I took acrobatics, and I also took thick skin, and the rest of the points that I had over was just like the extra small points here for more life. So now I'm at 5.5k life roughly, and since this switch I haven't died anymore, right? So that was pretty good. Although on day 6 I didn't really play that long. I think like maybe 5-hour stream, and yesterday was like after like 4 hours I hit level 100, so you cannot really say that it's actually 7 days that I took from 1 to 100, right? So if we're gonna check here /played, we have 3 days and 11 hours. If you can see that, yeah, you can. 3 days, 11 hours is this character like old, right? But you still cannot count the whole number in, because sitting here, re-rolling maps and all that kind of stuff takes quite some time. But yeah, I'm finally level 100, so let's talk about the loot that we got. I found 17 Exalts. I actually wrote it down over here. I found 17 Exalts flat, 12 Orb of Annulments, and we have 70 Divine Orbs. The majority of the Divine Orbs were 6 links that dropped. I think I found like 12, 13 Tabula Rasos or something, so I didn't even want to vial them anymore or anything. I just, like, when I got a Tabula, I just vendored it for the Divine Orb. So this is the final amount, 70 Divines. Here I have the price per piece and the total amount, so you see what it's actually worth, like what is in this tab, right? I found 6 Doctor cards in approximately, I would say, about 500 to 600 Elder Burial Chambers that are run in total, right? That's not a lot, maybe actually 600 more. So 6 Doctor cards is like 100 maps for a Doctor card, which is insanely lucky. But you're not allowed to forget that I rolled double beyond on every single map of those. So if I'm just going here and roll 1 map double beyond to see how long it actually takes, probably, yeah, it's going to be a super good showcase where I have it just on the first try, right? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 Chaos Orbs for the first Beyond mod, right? Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 20, 30, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 2. So 42 Chaos Orbs spammed on this map to get the second Beyond, right? So now you calculate. You have 600 maps ran. Every one of those had double, like Beyond, right? And I think I had an average of like 10 to 15 Chaos per map to roll Beyond. So you can imagine how many thousands of Chaos I spammed into my maps to roll those double Beyond. So even though you're gonna see it at the end, like, wow, this dude made 82 Exalts in farming 5 days of magic finding and Burials, right? You're not allowed to forget how many Exalts did it take to roll my maps, to get my sextants done, to get my chisels, my owls, like everything you need to get your Beyond map like it is right here, right? Plus the 4 Chaos that you have to use to get double Beyond, right? So this map has Beyond, you go down here, Beyond is another 4 Chaos for each map, right? So I'm not sure if I actually made profit with this one, right? So yeah, I never counted in. It's just like approximately, like, this is what I found, right? This is just what I found. It's not like about what did I roll, how much did I invest, how much is my gear, and so on. This is just like for curiosity. This is what this project is all about, right? Galaxy Ripper, 1 to 100 magic find, basically. What will you find, you know? But don't forget that my gear is about 400 exalts or something, cause getting shaped Headhunters, shaped Wind Ripper, Space Air Max, and double Ventor's Galaxy and whatever, you know, it's shit a lot of currency, but I want to talk about this one a little bit later. Then we have like 6 Doctor cards, 3 Celestial Stone that comes from the Divination card box or Strong boxes or something. That is basically a card that gives you a Shaped Opal Ring. A Shaped Opal Ring goes for like 10 Exalt, so one of these cards is 1 Exalt each. Then what else do we have? Double Void Battery over here. Then we have a Chaos Heart over here that rolled pretty decent, to be honest. Then we have an item level 85 shaped Platinum Crystal that goes for like 1 Exalt or something, a little bit less, like, yeah, 100 Chaos or something, but I still would say it's a valuable drop. Then I found 1 Corrupted Ventor's Gamble with 10 quantity, which is actually pretty funny, because it has like my negative 75 all resistance or so, like 75 resistance in total, negative. Reduced rarity shit life, but it still has 10 quantity, so it should actually go for an X or so, just because of the quantity, which is kind of funny, to be honest. And yeah, what else did I get? A Soul Taker that I corrupted for 20% fizz damage, which is not bad. Another Wind Ripper, but Wind Ripper is like not worth anything, right? This is 6 socket, goes for like 40 chaos. Then I found a Cost Breeze, what I thought like, hey, we've just found another 1 or 2 exalts for a Cost Breeze, right? But if you check, these things go for 14 chaos. There you see how dead this league is and how dead melee is. If you get a Cost Breeze for, yeah, 14 chaos, that's insane. I was actually a little bit disappointed on that one. In the end, we found an Impulsor as well. That's like 1 Exalt somewhere at this range, 200 Chaos, which is pretty fine. And these here are... I leveled up like 18 of these Enlighten. So on my offhand, I have a quality of Socketed Gems, so I just leveled them while I'm mapping, right? I started this one quite late, to be honest, like somewhere 95. So from 95 to 100, I leveled up 18 of those. And not a single one of those got freaking level 4. Like, these 2 rows are level 3, and those couple here are level 2. So, yeah, great RNG. Could have been a lot of profit, but yeah, seems like I'm not the man for profit at the moment. But yeah, this is the loot. The total amount should be somewhere 82 exalts if I just sell this tab as it is. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depends on the market thing. So, now I want to talk about my whole experience. So, first question probably... would you do this again? I would, but not as a magic finder. The problem with a magic finder is all the magic finding items they're not giving you any kind of survivability, right? Unless you have like super insane well-rolled Ventor's Gambles or something that give you a bunch of life as well. Multi-modded stuff left and right. You know, even after my change in the skill tree, I'm running 5.5k life. In an Elder Tier 16 map, where pretty much everything can one-shot you with 5k life, that's just stupid. If I would do level 100 again, definitely not as a magic finder. It would probably not be as fast, you know, with this inspired learning headhunters thing. Actually, it would be same speed, but I would just have more survivability. If I would run like any low life, whatever, Winter Orb character, I'd probably have like 10,000 energy shield. So I wouldn't have died on the way to 100 that often, you know, so that was actually pretty stupid. So, would I recommend this build? No, definitely not. It's way too expensive for what it does. I mean, I have like at least like 3 or 4 times more damage than any other Wind Ripper character. But do you need the damage? Like, if a mob has like, let's say, 1,000 life and you are hitting it for like 50,000, you have 49,000k like damage overkill, right? Why you need overkill? The mob dies with 1,000 damage as well. So why would you actually consider spending, I don't know, 300, 400, 500 exalts in chances to get this gear going just for, yeah, more damage, right? Absolutely not recommendable at all, right? The next thing, what people would assume, like, hey, wait a second, you have 400 exalt gear, Why you are actually magic finding for currency? Yeah, that's a legit question. I would never do it, but it was the fun project after I got the shaped Headhunter, and then we got the Wind Ripper, and then I was like, hey, we now gonna chance Ventur's Gamble and some Gold Worms and so on to make an Eternity Shroud fun build actually to make this possible. And after I got everything, I was like, hey, let's start a level 1 character, let's get it to level 100 and see what we can find. This is the whole basic idea of this Galaxy Ripper project, is that it has absolutely no other purpose, right? So this was basically for my complete endgame grind, so now level 100, so I think I'm going to finish the Syndicate safe houses, and then 40 or 40, I'm done with the league, thank you. You know, that's the thing. But yeah, other than that, cool experience. I did not know what you can actually pull off with Sextant, Chisel, and like all this map sustain. Yeah, map sustain, that's another good question. Could I sustain my maps? I would say not too good. It's like, I would say in the 600 maps that I ran, I probably got back about 380, 400 maps or something. I did 2 restocks, like I bought like 20 maps extra to have a better stock when rerolling maps and so on. But the sustain was there. I had maps where I had like 8 Elder Burial Chambers in the map, but in the next 10 maps I didn't even had 1 drop, right? So in total I have to say I'm probably going to sustain like 70% of all the maps. So if you have a pile like 100 maps or something, you can definitely get up to probably 300 maps if you run all at once, and then you start re-rolling and so on and so on. So probably like 250 maps or so. But at some point you're going to be on 0 maps because it's tier 16 still, right? So that's pretty... I mean, if it would do Elder Shaper Ping Pong, you can sustain it better. But sometimes the Elder influence just goes away and it sticks like somewhere at the maze map. And I was just too bored to get this, to work it up to be Elder Burials again. Then you run like 3 maps and then it's down here. And I was like, dude, screw that. I'm just going to run my usual Burials, no matter if I have Shaped or Elder Influence or something. So yeah, I'm selling now all this gear here, besides the Space Hunter, because this thing I'm going to take to Standard. I would not even sell it for 10 mirrors, because I spent so much time and yeah, some frustrating hours into getting this one, right? So I don't really want to miss it anymore. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do this again. I finally have it. I'm going to put it into my Standard stash, and maybe in a couple of leagues when we do a review of like, hey, what do I have in Standard, right? Then I have a story for this one and for a lot of other items. And then once I sold everything, we're going to see, I'm probably just going to make any fun build to complete my safe houses. Not sure what that will be. And then we're going to start gambling all the way like we do in every league. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun, and I'm just about to get disconnected. Isn't that great? No, wait a second. My PC froze. Wow. Actually, legit ending of video. Like, wait, what is happening? Okay, my screen's just turned black. That's bad. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, end of video. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.